I release fire here. So this one's a funny one. Homecoming mission. How to escort Hunwald to his home and then to the town hall here in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'm going to do a short answer and a longer answer, but the reality is that this is just a little bit buggy and there's some kind of strange behaviour that happens, or at least it did for me. So hopefully the video is going to help you out. If it does, drop me a like below. But the short answer is that you can get past most of the guards by luring one of the drunks or by blending in with a group of people walking around. You can see when you get close to them, there's like a blend in kind of thing, and you should be able to pass by everybody. For the drunk, you just want to create a commotion when you get close to the guards and then hide. And then what you need to do is then wait for the guard to lose interest, circle around, and then he'll kind of come back when the drunk falls over, as you can see him doing now. So at this point, this is your opportunity to get around the corner and sneak on past him. And that's a good way to get past any of these big guards that are blocking the way for you and Hunwald. Weird name. But anyway, that should be enough to get you into the main gates. And this is the main gate right at the very bottom of the town. And you can find it's just next to the river. And then when you get in here, you can start to weave your way around. Now, like I said, this gets a little bit buggy. And I'm just showing you the entire route, just in case anybody's looking for the full route. And you can see there's a drunk there if you needed to use him again, and there were some guards up ahead, and I just took a left, and essentially I'm just weaving around and trying to avoid the guards. And for the most part, this is relatively easy as soon as you make it through the main gates, because you can just keep on sidestepping all the guards using these back alleys and slowly working your way up to the location, which you can see highlighted on the HUD up at the top. Anytime you see any guards kind of milling around, just take a breather, let them move out of the way and move in the opposite direction. This is all relatively obvious stuff for anybody that's actually just stuck on this because of a bug that you might have found in the game, which I'll cover in a little bit when I get into the house. And you can just smash your way through things like this, which allow you to kind of get through. Make sure you check for guards before you do, and this will bring you really close to the home. And by this stage, you think to yourself, oh, I've done this. This is really easy. But as it turned out, it wasn't. So you can see here, I'm just getting around the corner and there's some guards over on the right hand side. I literally haven't been spotted at all as of yet, and I'm just about to sneak on past these guys. And realistically, there shouldn't be any reason for me to not get this. I literally haven't seen anything on the screen. You can see I got like a micro spot then. There was like a second when he was like, what was that? And then I got past him. And then when I got in the house, I get this thing that tells me that I need to be anonymous, despite the fact that I'm clearly anonymous. And I waited in the house for ages and it didn't actually help. So what I had to do is go to a previous save. But before I did that, I opened this side door and then I went to a previous save. And luckily the previous save was post that going through the door. Now once I went back to the previous save, I had to head back out to the river all the way back down to pick up Hunwald and then head back in. Now luckily the main gate wasn't guarded. I got micro spotted again, but managed to avoid that by hiding. But this time when I got into the home, I was apparently anonymous, even though I was anonymous the last time. But anyways, that was how to get into the home. And then the other thing that's a bit difficult to get around is that Hunwald is a bit rubbish at climbing up things. But there are some things he can climb up. So for example, houses he can climb up, but any kind of walls he really struggles with. So he could climb up on that house relatively easily, but he wouldn't, for the life of me, climb up here and help me out. He's just down there waiting. Dude, you climbed up the house, climb up the wall. Anyway, as it turned out, once I jumped over the edge and then circled back for him, he managed to sneak past these guards over on the left hand side. You can see them in red. And once I came around this way, he found his way through. So that's a nice trick to be able to get Hunwald through when you're already through an area. And then you can see the rest of the route that I'm going to take now. It gets a little bit weavy in parts. And I'm going to show you in a little bit when I get to the main square outside the town hall how I got through the guards there. Now, like I said earlier, you could theoretically use the drunk again, and that will probably work. But as it turns out, there's a better option. And once you get through that alleyway, take a right and then circle around here. And this will bring you to the main square. And this is kind of where you need to avoid the guards. Now, luckily, the two in the middle on the right-hand side there, you can just avoid by skimming past here into the main marketplace. And then once you get into this main marketplace, what you're looking for is some hooded figures that are just milling around, and when you get close to them you can blend in with them. Now there is a drunk here, so you could use the drunk trick if you prefer that, so I could lure him if I wanted to, but actually what works better for me, and it's kind of a cooler thing to do anyway because you get one of the trophies for it, is to blend in with these guys and then just to walk super slowly behind them. So the aim is to look like one of them, even though quite clearly you don't look like one of them. And the guards, you'll see in a second, look at me right in the face. And they're still like, yeah, no, it's fine. You're blending in. It's cool. You're doing a good job. So you can see in a second how the guards react, but you can also see how slowly and how carefully I'm walking behind these guys, because I do not want to have to fight these guys. I mean, I could have just fought my way through, which is kind of what you're not supposed to do in this section. But you can see they're like, yeah, you're one of them. You're doing great. And that got me through to the town hall, which you can see up ahead. And it also picked up this trophy, not the Norse you're looking for, which is a cool Star Wars Easter egg, which I liked a lot. And that is how to escort Hunwald to his home and the town hall here in Assassin's Creed Valhalla's Homecoming mission. Hopefully the video helps you out. If it does, drop a like below, subscribe with the links on the left, and check out the rest of my guide for Assassin's Creed Valhalla with the links on the right hand side. Leave any comments and I'll catch you next time.